Damn, man. You ain't got no more wood?
Hell no, man.
Who is that?
I don't want to talk.
Welcome to American Gang War TV. What if one Chicago housing complex had presidents, not elected by votes, but crowned by respect, reputation, and survival? For more than a decade, Parkway Gardens, known worldwide as O Block, has stood at the center of American street culture. From the birth of drill music, to viral fame, to deadly rivalries that shaped an entire generation. Different names rose in different eras. Different figures carried influence. Different stories rewrote the rules of power. And one question has echoed across the internet for years. If O Block had presidents, who truly held the throne? Was it the fallen legend Odee Perry, the music icon Chief Keef, the feared presence of Bosstop, the star power of King Von, or the later era names, Muwop and Edogg? Tonight on American Gang War TV, that we break down every era, every name, every controversy, and the real meaning behind O Block's so-called presidents. This is not glorification. This is history, culture, and context. All information in this documentary comes from publicly available interviews, music, and online discussions. We do not promote violence, gangs, or illegal activity. Our mission is to understand how influence and leadership changed over time inside one of Chicago's most talked about neighborhoods. Stay with us, because by the end of this video, your answer to who truly ruled O Block may be very different from what you thought. This is American Gang War TV. O Block is the nickname for Parkway Gardens apartments on Chicago's South Side. The name comes from Odee Perry, a young man whose death in 2011 deeply impacted the community. Over time, the O Block became known worldwide because of drill music, viral street interviews, social media rappers like Chief Keef and King Von. Unlike real governments, there was no official leader, but certain individuals symbolized each era based on visibility, influence, respect, representation. That's what fans mean when they say president. Before O Block had its famous name, there was just Parkway Gardens. Odee Perry was known around the area as a respected figure among the younger generation. Not famous, not a rapper, not online, but his name would become permanent history. In 2011, Odee Perry was killed. Soon after, Parkway Gardens began being called O Block in his memory. This changed everything. Suddenly, the neighborhood had an identity, a name, a symbol. People didn't call it Parkway anymore. They called it O Block. Now that's why many fans consider Odee Perry the first president. Not because he led, but because his name defined the era. 2008 to 2011 Odee Perry. Many commenters agreed Odee represents the foundation. Others argued he wasn't really a leader, just the reason for the name. But historically, this era marks the birth of O Block's identity. After Odee's death, the neighborhood changed. Music began to rise. Cameras began to appear. And one teenager from O Block would change Chicago forever. His name was Chief Keef. From 2011 to 2015, O Block went from a local neighborhood to a global name, and it happened because of one person. We explored how Odee Perry's death gave Parkway Gardens its new name, O Block. But a name alone doesn't create a legend. What happened next would turn a small Chicago housing complex into a global symbol of drill music, youth culture, and controversy. That change came from one teenager with a microphone. Chief Keef. By 2011, a Chicago's South Side was producing a new sound. Not polished, not commercial, but raw and unfiltered. This was the birth of drill music. Social media platforms like YouTube, Twitter, Facebook allowed young artists to reach millions without record labels. And right in the middle of O Block lived a teenager named Keith Cozart, better known as Chief Keef. Chief Keef grew up in Parkway Gardens. He started recording music at a young age using simple microphones, home computers, and YouTube uploads. His early songs talked about his environment, his friends, his daily reality. There was no marketing plan, just authenticity. And that authenticity connected with millions. In 2012, one song exploded, I Don't Like. The video showed young men from O Block street corners, raw energy. Within months, Chief Keef went from local rapper to national phenomenon. But soon, Kanye West remixed his song, major labels offered contracts, interviews flooded in. O Block became known worldwide, not as Parkway Gardens, but as the place where Chief Keef came from. This is why many fans say 2011 to 2015, Chief Keef was the president. Not by authority, but by representation. On Reddit, one user wrote, 2011 to 2015 Chief Keef. The logic is simple. He made O Block famous. He put faces to the name. He became the public symbol. When people thought of O Block, now they thought of Chief Keef. In politics, a president represents a nation. In this context, Chief Keef represented O Block to the world. But fame changes relationships. By 2013 to 2014, tensions grew between Chief Keef and people still living in O Block. Yet one Reddit comment from your file says, Sosa and O Block stopped fucking with each other in 2014. As Chief Keef moved away from the neighborhood, he lived in different cities, focused on his career, distanced himself physically. Some felt he no longer represented them. Others said he had no choice. Fame demanded distance. This is where the idea of him being president becomes complicated, and supporters argue. Chief Keef built the brand, opened doors for others, changed Chicago music forever. Critics argue he stopped showing up, stopped associating, publicly lost connection with the block. One user said, Top was locked up a majority of 2015 to 2017, and Sosa wasn't around after 2014. Meaning, there was a leadership vacuum forming. Another reason Chief Keef's era ended was the internet. O Block began appearing in blogs, live streams, YouTube documentaries. People like Bosstop, Edogg, later King Von, became the ones physically present. Chief Keef was famous, but not visible on the block. Presence matters in street symbolism. A president who never appears is questioned. Some Reddit users argued, T. Roy is not a president because he didn't go against Chief Keef like how all of O Block did. This shows how Chief Keef became a dividing line. You were either aligned with him or representing the block without him. That split shaped the next era. Whether people agree or not, his era left permanent effects. Drill music went global. O Block became a household name. Chicago youth culture reached mainstream media. Street stories became commercial music without Chief Keef. There is no King Von era. There is no Bosstop era. There is no modern O Block fame. He was the bridge. By 2015, and Chief Keef was no longer the face of O Block. He was a star somewhere else. Back home, the block needed a new symbol. Someone who was present, vocal, visible, and respected. That person, according to many, was Bosstop. We saw how Chief Keef took O Block to the world, and then slowly stepped away from the block itself. By 2015, O Block had fame, but no clear face, and the neighborhood needed someone who was still present, still active, and still visible. According to many online discussions, that person became Bosstop. But unlike Chief Keef, his era would be questioned from the very beginning. Bosstop, also known as Top, was one of the original O Block members who stayed in the neighborhood, appeared in many videos, and was active during the mid-2000s. He wasn't the most famous rapper, but he was one of the most visible figures inside O Block. That visibility is what made people say 2015 to 2017. Bosstop. Supporters argue that Bosstop remained on the block when others left, spoke for O Block online, and became the public voice. While Chief Keef was gone, Bosstop was still there. To many fans watching from the outside, that looked like leadership. But this era had a major complication. From your file, one Reddit user pointed out, Top was locked up a majority of 2015 to 2017. This raised a major question. How can someone be considered the president if they are not physically present most of the time? This is where the Bosstop era becomes controversial. Some fans argue his influence still mattered even while incarcerated. Others argue you cannot represent a block from behind bars. Another name that appears in your file is T. Roy. Some believed that during Bosstop's jail time, T. Roy became the real symbol of O Block. However, one Reddit comment says, T. Roy not president because he didn't go against Chief Keef like how all of O Block did. This shows how political these labels became. It wasn't just about respect. It was about loyalty. Who stood with the block? Who stood against Chief Keef? Who represented O Block publicly? These questions shaped the debate. By this time, O Block was no longer united under one image. There were different personalities, different alliances, different opinions. Some aligned with Chief Keef. Some rejected him. Some stayed neutral. Bosstop became the symbol of the group that stayed behind. That made him a president to some, and irrelevant to others. This era is when Instagram lives YouTube street interviews, and blogs started shaping public opinion. Leadership was no longer decided inside the block. It was decided online. Who posted the most? Who spoke the loudest? Who appeared in videos? Bosstop fit that role. The Bosstop era did not last long because two major things happened. He remained in and out of jail. A new star began rising. Someone who had charisma, music, success, and strong loyalty to O Block. That person was King Von. Was Bosstop really the leader? Did jail disqualify him? Was T. Roy more important? Or this era is remembered as confusing, divided, and unstable. There was no clear president, just a struggle for representation. By 2017, O Block needed more than presence. It needed someone who could represent the block, succeed in music, and command respect. Someone who could unite both the streets and the spotlight. That person would become the most widely accepted president of O Block. His name was King Von. We saw how the Bosstop era was divided and unstable. By 2017, the O Block had fame, controversy, and no clear symbol. What the block needed was someone who could unite the streets, the music, and the public image. that person would become the most widely accepted president of O Block. His name was King Von. King Von, born Davon Bennett, grew up in Parkway Gardens. Unlike Chief Keef, who became famous young, Von's rise came later. He had a strong personality, natural storytelling ability, and close ties to many O Block members. Before music success, he was already respected locally. When he started rapping, people listened, not just because of lyrics, but because of authenticity. Around 2017 to 2018, King Von released songs that gained attention online. What made him different was his storytelling style. Detailed narratives, emotional delivery, vivid descriptions of life, and Chicago fans felt like they were hearing real experiences, not just music. Slowly, King Von became the most visible O Block rapper, the most vocal representative, and the most respected figure publicly. On Reddit and online discussions, many users say 2017 to 2020, King Von. Why? Because he had three things at once. Presence. He stayed connected to O Block fame. He reached national success. Respect, both locally and online. Unlike Chief Keef, who moved away. Unlike Bosstop, who was often locked up. King Von was active, visible, and consistent. To many, that made him the true president. King Von constantly referenced O Block in interviews, songs, social media. He wore O Block chains. He shouted out fallen friends. He defended the neighborhood's reputation. This reinforced the idea that he represented the block. One Reddit user implied this was the strongest era of leadership, because for the first time, music success and street identity were united. By this time, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter were central to O Block's image. King Von became the face of that image. When people searched O Block, they saw King Von. He was the spokesman, whether officially or not. With fame came pressure. In King Von's life became heavily documented. Interviews, live streams, music videos. Every move was watched. This era marked maximum visibility, maximum attention, and maximum scrutiny. O Block was no longer just a block. It was a global topic. In 2020, King Von's life was cut short. His death ended the most unified period of O Block representation. Suddenly, there was no single figure with his fame, his respect, and his connection. The presidency was empty again. King Von was the clearest president. Few names are argued against him for this period. This era is remembered as strong, unified, and influential, but also tragic. King Von's era showed that drill music could be storytelling, O Block could be branded, and street identity could become mainstream. He inspired new artists, documentaries, and discussions. Even after his death, his influence continues. After King Von's passing, O Block entered a new phase. There was no superstar leader, only the people who stayed behind. According to many fans, the next symbol was Muwop. We saw how King Von became the most widely accepted president of O Block. His rise united music, respect, and representation. But when his era ended, O Block faced another moment of uncertainty. The spotlight faded. The block returned to survival mode. And one name began to appear more than others. Muwop. Muwop was one of the younger O Block members who appeared in music videos, stayed physically present, and was known within the community. He was not as famous as King Von. He was not a superstar rapper like Chief Keef. But during this period, he was visible, active, and talked about online. That visibility is why some Reddit users listed 2020 to 2021 Muwop. Supporters argue that after King Von, there was no major artist left to represent O Block, and Muwop became the face still on the block, the one appearing in clips and the one mentioned in discussions. In a time of confusion, he symbolized continuity, not because of fame, but because of presence. King Von had national fame hit records and industry support. Muwop did not. His era was quieter, more local, and shorter. This shows how much O Block's image depended on music success. Without a major artist, the presidency became symbolic again rather than cultural. And the Muwop era did not last long, because once again, legal trouble removed another public figure from the scene. His period of visibility was brief. This ended any chance of long-term leadership or representation. But unlike King Von or Chief Keef, his name is rarely defended strongly. Most fans agree, this was a transition period, not a golden era, not a dominant era, just a pause between two larger identities. During this time, O Block was no longer defined by music alone. It became known for news headlines, documentaries, and online debates. The focus shifted from artists to individuals, from songs to stories. This is when the internet truly took control of O Block's narrative. By late 2021, Muwop was no longer active in public view. This left O Block once again without a clear representative. The question returned, who speaks for O Block now? With the fall of the Muwop era, O Block entered its current phase. No global star, no single voice. But one name began to appear repeatedly in online discussions. That name was Edogg. We explored the short Muwop era, a brief moment after King Von when O Block searched for direction again. There was no superstar, no hit records, no single dominant voice. But among online discussions, one name appeared again and again. A name connected not to music charts, but to presence. That name was Edogg. Edogg is not known primarily as a rapper. He is known as a long-time, visible figure from O Block. Unlike Chief Keef or King Von, Edogg's role is not built on fame. It is built on staying in the neighborhood, appearing in street interviews, being recognized by those around him. In many ways, Edogg represents the return to a local identity rather than a global one. The logic behind this is simple. Edogg is physically present, consistent, and still associated with O Block. After years of famous rappers and sudden losses, the symbol of O Block shifted again, as if from celebrity back to community presence. This era is very different from the King Von or Chief Keef eras. There is no mainstream hit music, no major industry attention, and no single superstar. Instead, the O Block image is shaped by social media clips, documentaries, and online commentary. Edogg does not dominate the internet the way King Von did, but he represents stability after chaos. Some users argue that Edogg is the face, while others mention Muwop or BJ. It's Edogg now, but BJ and Duke still matter. This shows that there's no longer one clear president. The role is shared, debated, and unstable. Unlike earlier eras where one person stood out, this era is collective rather than individual. By now, O Block's story is driven almost entirely by the internet. YouTube documentaries, Reddit threads, TikTok clips, blog discussions. Leadership is no longer about who runs the block, but about who is visible online. Edogg's presence in interviews and videos makes him appear as the current symbol. One of the most important differences of this era is this. There's no new Chief Keef. There's no new King Von. And that changes everything. Without a music star, O Block is no longer shaping culture. It is being observed instead. This era is more about survival and memory than expansion and fame. In the Odee Perry era, president meant identity. In the Chief Keef era, it meant fame. In the King Von era, it meant unity and music success. In the Edogg era, it means presence without power. Someone who remains, speaks occasionally, and represents continuity, not leadership, but endurance. Today, O Block is known more for its history, its past figures, and its online reputation. The Edogg era is about remembering what came before rather than creating something new. It is the quietest era, but also the longest since King Von. From Odee Perry to Chief Keef to Bosstop to King Von to Muwop to Edogg. Each era reflects a different version of O Block. But the biggest question remains, what does it really mean to be the president of a block? We've traveled through every era of O Block, from the moment Parkway Gardens became a name remembered, to the moment it became a global symbol. We've seen Odee Perry, Chief Keef, Bosstop, King Von Muwop, Edogg, each representing a different chapter. Now comes the most important question. What does it really mean to be the president of O Block? Let's look at every era side by side. Odee Perry, 2008 to 2011. This era was about identity. He didn't lead through music or fame. His name became the foundation of O Block. Without Odee Perry, there's no O Block name. Chief Keef, 2011 to 2015. This era was about global fame. A Chief Keef made O Block famous, introduced drill music to the world, and changed Chicago culture forever. He represented O Block to millions. Even after leaving, his impact remained permanent. Bosstop, 2015 to 2017. This era was about presence without unity. He stayed when others left, but jail and internal division weakened his influence. It was a contested presidency. King Von, 2017 to 2020. This era was about unity and power. King Von had music success, street respect, and loyalty to O Block. For many fans, this was the clearest and strongest presidency. Muwop, 2020 to 2021. This era was about transition. No superstar, no long reign, just continuity after tragedy. Edogg, 2021 to now. This era is about survival and memory. No music dominance, no industry spotlight, just presence and endurance. In this story, president does not mean ruler. It means symbol, representative, and reflection of the moment. Each era's president shows what O Block was going through at that time. Identity, fame, division, unity, loss, survival. The title changes because the block changes. Before social media, leadership stayed local. Now, Reddit decides narratives. YouTube documents history. TikTok spreads moments. O Block's story is no longer only told by the people inside it. It is told by the world. And this is why the idea of president exists at all. It is a digital label for influence. Each era teaches something different. From Odee Perry, names matter. Identity lasts. From Chief Keef, culture can come from anywhere. From Bosstop, presence alone is not power. From King Von, unity creates influence. From Muwop, transitions are fragile. from Edogg. Survival is its own form of leadership. Some will say Chief Keef. Some will say King Von. Some will say Odee Perry. But the truth is, there was never one president. There were eras, and each era needed a different kind of symbol. Today, O Block is known for its history, its music, its stories. Not one person defines it anymore. It is defined by everything that came before. The legends, the losses, the memories. O Block is more than a block, more than a name, more than a debate online. It is a story of youth, fame, tragedy, and survival. Every so-called president represents a moment in time, and together, they tell one long story about how a neighborhood became history. This documentary does not glorify violence or illegal activity. It exists to explore culture influence and social history through discussion and reflection. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. Let us know in the comments. Who do you think truly represented O Block in each era? And remember, every block has a story. This was one of them.